This is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
Good morning, boys and girls. It's Thursday, the 27th of August 2020. Good morning to you and welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell here in Royal Berkshire. Much later than usual. I had a little hospital appointment this morning and I discovered, unbeknown to me, it's the nearest hospital to me actually, Heatherwood Hospital. It was just a scan which they did. They had to do a couple, well, 2 scans actually, which they were doing up there. And I discovered last night that I can actually cycle there. Now, you wouldn't want to do that on the main road because it's a busy road coming out of Bracknell in Berkshire. It's the A322, I think it's called. That's a dual lane carriageway, very fast, mad drivers, not really suitable for a cyclist, and there's not a path next to it. It's just a road. Actually, a lot of the roads in America are like that. You know, you don't have, certainly where I've been in Florida, you don't really see cycle lanes on the side of the road, like just roads and no path at all. A bit like a motorway, really, just like a motorway. And that dual carriageway is a bit like that. And you really do not want to be cycling along that. Although bikes, I have seen bikes on that particular road, I must admit. Anyway, so I discovered last night there's a way of doing it where you don't have to go on the roads at all. Fantastic. Here in Bracknell in Berkshire, we've got a wonderful network of cycle routes, really. Certainly to go to town and other places, the swimming pool, the nearest church, which is Bracknell, anywhere like that, you can cycle or walk. No need to go on any roads at all. And quite often, there's underpasses as well. You don't even need to cross a road. Well, I didn't realise you could do that going to the hospital. So very pleased about that. And it made I've already done my exercise. You know what I mean? It's about half an hour there, 25 minutes, half an hour there, and about 25 minutes back again. And my appointment this morning was for 9:50. So actually, it's probably a little bit more than half an hour. It doesn't matter anyway. My appointment was 9:50, so I left the house at about 9 o'clock this morning, jumped on my bike, and very pleasant indeed. Yeah, really nice. And I got there. My appointment was 9:50. I got there about 9:45. So perfect, because, you know, let's be honest, you don't want to be in a hospital for any longer than you need to be in this current climate. You don't know what's floating around in the air there. It's bad enough going in a public toilet and wondering what's floating around in the air in there. Oh, God, made me feel ill. Made me feel ill. So I got in there, showed my letter, checked in, went in. So she said, sit down. And I looked at the chairs. I thought, nope, don't want to sit on a chair. So I stood by the window. And about no more than 5 minutes later, a chap came out and said, Mr. Reardon, yes, that's me, and went straight in. 5 minutes I was sitting there. Do you know what? In a way, this virus has actually improved the NHS because you don't have to turn up now, you know, for an appointment and then sit there for 1, 2, 3 hours waiting for your name to be called. Now it's all slotted in. So much better. How many times have you gone, perhaps for an x-ray or a scan or something like that in an outpatients department, and it says you need to be here for 8 o'clock, and you get there at 8 o'clock, well, 10:30 you're still sitting there. That's happened to me before. Not anymore. You get little slots. Literally, I mean, bang on. And bang on 10 to... It was bang on 10 to 10, 9:50, he came out and called me in. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I've got a similar thing tomorrow. Normally, I go to the Royal Free in London twice a year, and they take a little bit of blood out of my arm, and then they send it away to be looked at. Right? Normally, you just go in. I usually go on a Tuesday, actually. Get there on a Tuesday, sort of around about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. And then you'd go and get a ticket out of a machine, right? And you may be the next one. Or there may be 10 or 15 people sitting there before you. And just, they've all got tickets. Or they're waiting to see someone else, you know. But it'd be all those people in there. And you could be waiting an hour or more to get your blood done. Not anymore. Not anymore. I've got an appointment for tomorrow at 1:50 in the afternoon. And I know I'll go in there and at 1:50 I'll be called in. So you don't want to enter the hospital more than a few minutes. You want to spend as little time in that hospital as possible because you just don't know, do you, what's floating around. And I think in a way, oddly enough, that's improved it. And I'll tell you what else has improved. I'm talking to various people, right? Casualty waiting times, right? Because now these dimwits that go in there with perhaps a sore throat or a cut finger and want a plaster, they're not risking their lives anymore going in there. You know, which is better for the people that genuinely need to go in there. People that are having heart attacks and sort of an arm hanging off, or perhaps a broken hip because they've just been run over by someone else who can't drive. The waiting times, I'm sure, in casualty have improved vastly. We saw on the news some time ago, didn't we? Pictures of empty casualty rooms. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Glenda's just sent a $10 super chat. Thank you, Glenda Ed. Good morning, Glenda. I'll just come to your messages in a moment. Glenda, I don't know if you know, we're doing a raffle at the moment. With anyone who sends a super chat in, we do give you free raffle tickets. So let me give you a couple of what's $10? So £7. It's about £7, isn't it? £7, I think it is. So let me give you 7 raffle tickets for today's raffle. Right, you've just got in here for today's one, actually. The prize today, anyone who's sending a super chat in the next 20 minutes or so, before we do the super chat raffle this morning, that's the prize this week, okay? It's one of our exclusive United Kingdom talk clocks. I've only had one of these done this time. All right? Okay? It's the UK Lockdown 2020 edition. And it says, I'm a Chris Reardon winner on there. And that's going to be the prize, which we'll be giving out a little bit later on today, okay? So, there might be some new people to the show. I will come to your messages in a moment. But every time you send a £1 super chat, I will give you a free raffle ticket for today's raffle. And next week's super chat raffle, I've got the prize ready for that. I'll tell you what that is a later one. So let me I'll just put Glenda on the tickets. All right, Glenda. You actually have 2 chances to win something with these, because as well as Glenda, as well as going in for that, I do put these raffle tickets in the Super Draw raffle, which happens once a month, okay? And then you get to choose either a mug. Actually, you can have a mug or a water bottle, and that is on Monday next week, okay? Monday next week. So let me do Glenda's raffle tickets. Thank you, Glenda. I know you didn't do it for the raffle tickets, but that's what I do. Every time someone sends in a little tip like you've just done now, too, thank you very much for that, then I give you the raffle tickets anyway. So we'll put those in there, my darling. All right, like that. And maybe you'll win a little bit later on today. All adds to the excitement, doesn't it, Glenda? Eh? Anyway, yeah, so I think in a way, casualty and the whole thing has improved a little bit. Well, we now know that if we've got an appointment at 10 o'clock, we are very likely to be seen at 10 o'clock. Not 11 o'clock because they've got stuck with someone else. I'm sure that's how it's going to work. Similar with the doctor. I had the experience of going to the doctor 2 or 3 months ago now. Which is why I went for the scan today. I'll tell you what they did in a minute anyway. And the doctor again, you got an appointment time, right? And then you literally sit outside in your car waiting for your appointment time. And then at the given time, the doctor comes out, opens a door, and literally stands there and shouts, "Is it Christopher Reardon?" And then you get out your car, put your mask on and go in. It's fantastic. None of that sitting in there in the hospital, or the doctor's surgery. Children running around throwing toys at each other, and then the parents not bothering to pick them up afterwards because that's not their toys and their children were playing with it, not me. Those sort of people, ghastly, dreadful people, dear, awful. And all those nasty, infected magazines. I bet they're not in a doctor's surgery next time you go in. Infected magazines. Anyway, so I got there. Man came out at bang on 10 to 10. It was literally bang on 10 to 10. He came out. And I went in there and he said, okay, lie on the bed. And next to him is a little older lady. I say older. She's probably about the same age as me, actually. Maybe a touch older, 55 to 60. She's sitting there on a computer screen and right next to the sort of bed that I laid on. I had loose clothes on. I had like a t-shirt and just a pair of shorts on. And he went and stood somewhere else in the room, and he's saying, if you could just take your shorts down and your underwear. Yep, okay. I don't know. I don't get embarrassed by this at all. Isn't it funny? Do I have... No, it doesn't bother me at all anymore. Maybe that's an older thing. I think sort of as a younger man it would have bothered me. But not like that. Anyway, so I took down my shorts. And then she says, okay, I want you to hold it in the middle for me. So down. I'm just telling you how it is. There's nothing pornographic about this. We don't do that sort of thing on this channel. Okay, so I've pulled it up. Then she's got this squirty stuff like, I don't know what it was, sort of clear liquid stuff, which she squeezed on. Oh, that was cold. On the bits at the bottom, not the bit at the top, not the one in the middle, the two round the side. You know what I'm talking about here, right? Okay. So she squeezed some stuff on there and she's doing this. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. And then that was done. And then she did a little bit at the side. I think it's called the groin area, is that? You know, in between your leg and your middle bit. That bit there and slightly up. So she did that, squirted all that around. And she said there was... it looked all right. There was a bit of a varicose... I think she said a varicose vein or something like that. Or an enlarged vein. I'm not quite sure what she was saying. She said, which might occasionally give you a little bit of pain. And I thought, yes, it does, actually. Not pain, but not pain as in, knife going in. Nothing like that. Discomfort. More discomfort. And I said, yeah, that's right. That is what happens. She said, okay, thanks very much. And I was out 10 minutes and 10:05 and was back in. Nothing really to see there. Nothing to worry about. And that's it. So, chaps, if you ever have to go for a little bit of a scan like that, don't worry. You're in and out. It's not painful. There's no pain at all, other than a little bit of cold when that squirty stuff goes on. I thought she was giving me a cream pie or something like that. Do you like a cream pie, boys and girls? I like an apple and cream pie. Sainsbury's used to do those. They used to do apple turnovers in Sainsbury's. They were like these fold, a little bit like a pasty, right? And they were just, they were so nice when they used to. Now, it just tends to be a bit of stodgy pastry with hardly an apple in it. I mean, how much is an apple? Well, mind you, the apples I have, pink lady apples. How delicious are they? Do you like those? What are your favourite apples? What are your favourite apples? My favourite apples are pink lady apples. They are delicious. I can't stand golden delicious. Absolutely tasteless. Cox's apples are nice. One of them tastes a bit cardboardy. Would that be Gala? There's a particular apple that tastes a bit like cardboard. Not that I would know. I'm not used to eating boxes, to be honest. Do you eat boxes? Anyway, so that was my morning. And I jumped back on my bike and... got back here and I had a little bit of glass of water and I've come straight back up here to do today's show. So we'll have the bingo as usual. All right, a little bit later on. We will do the Superchat Raffle in about 10 minutes' time and some other little bits and pieces. Just the show as normal, except a little bit later on. So, gang, let's say hello to some of you who are there this morning. Good morning to you. I don't expect as many people to be there this morning. We might have the better behaved people today, actually. You know. There's some on there, and they're just disruptors. They get on my bleeding nerves, as you well know. Disruptors. Perhaps we won't have any disruptors on today. Nice people who just want to join in and have part of the fun without attempting to annoy me all the time. That's why I don't bother with the messages much anymore. People are just on there to just have goes and all the time and point out wrong things. And I thought to myself, well, why don't you just turn off the chat box and go back to what you had normally? And I don't think you can really do that once you've kind of moved on a little bit, and sort of increased what you do. You can't really take it back again. It's just on there now. Whether or not I sort of glance at it is neither here nor there. But let's see what nice people are with us today. Good morning to Gary Ross, who's happy that the show's on. Good morning, young Gary. All right, did you get your hat all right, Gary? You should have that by now. Morning to the lovely Shania, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Good morning, Shania. One man and his Sprinter van are in house. Good morning, Carl. Jason Hughes, morning. Parknest. Morning, Parknest. There's lovely James Humble. Good morning, James. Are you into trains, James? I ask you that because I notice that you've got the old British Rail logo as your what do you call it? Profile picture, I suppose. The little British, because I like trains, James. I don't know if you're still with us. I've been chatting on a bit, as usual. I'm a big fan of. I love trains. I love trains. James, you're 15. I think you're 15, aren't you? I think, if I remember rightly, 15 or 16. You might not know, but there was a TV series years ago for us when we were all younger boys and younger children, and it was called Casey Jones. And it was about, I'm assuming you're into trains here. It was about this train called the Cannonball Express. And Casey Jones was the bloke who used to drive it. It was a steam train. The programme itself is all in black and white. You may not even have ever seen a black and white telly, but wherever you've got a colour, it's all in black and white. Okay? And I think you're like that. I think you might like that. Okay? So have a look at that. You can find that. All of the episodes are now on YouTube, free to watch. If you just type in Casey Jones and watch one of those, I think that's something that you might like. All right, James? Morning to Daniel Holmes. Morning to Weird City Citizen. Hello to Glenda. There's Glenda, as I say, sending in a super chat this morning. Thank you very much, Glenda. That's really appreciated doing that. Good morning to Weird City. Good morning to you. Yes, can we have a few likes this morning, please? The likes would be nice. Thank you very much. It's nice, actually, doing a show later on. You do pick up some of our American friends that usually watch recordings of the show. As you know, sometimes it doesn't suit them to be up at that time, so they just watch it back later on as a recording. So doing the show later, we expect to have a few more of our delightful American friends with us this morning. So hello to you. Good morning to Christopher Woodhouse. Morning, Christopher, whose internet went off yesterday. That does happen now and again. I think, Chris, to be honest, it seems to happen more on the 4G and 5G internets than it does on the wired-in ones. But it's one of those things. Chris Woodhouse is possibly the only person I know that has got the 5G internet, because he's in London. You see, and it's fantastic. You do a speed test, right? You know that little speed test thing you got? It's like 300 odd meg. I'm just amazed at how fast his, and he's got this route. His router has got 6 aerials on it, and it just sits underneath his wonderful telly there, doesn't it? Eh? So good morning to you, Chris. Thank you, Weird. Likes the shirt. This is probably one of my oldest shirts. This is about 25 years old, this one. Always spend a little bit of money on clothes and you'll find they last for years and years and years if you look after it. The stuff from Primark, it's all right. It's all right. You will not have those shirts 25 years later, I'm telling you. I'm surprised I've even got it on, to be honest. I mean, managed to get it on. Some of my clothes are no longer fitting. I'm disappointed to have to tell you that. Good morning to Tay. Hello, Tay. Nice to see you there. Hello to Tay. Do you have a camera on your helmet? Lots of cyclists do. No, I'm not that sad, I'm afraid. They're all running around. I don't wear the Lycra. I don't have cameras on my helmet. I'm just a sad old git on his bike. That's it. I really don't look the part. Oh, you see it. Yes, I see him over the forest. All in their brightly coloured Lycra and all that. I don't know what all that's about. Morning, Diane Jeb. Hello, lovely Diane. Hello to the lovely Mark Bowles. Good morning, Mark. I've got my great shorts on today, Mark. Perhaps we could do a shorts swap. You and I could do a shorts swap. You could have mine and I could have yours if you want. Please don't wash them. Just send them as they are, my darling. All right. Morning to Adam the plumber. Looking forward to seeing him and his other half on Saturday. Really looking forward to a little bit of an afternoon off. An afternoon out on Saturday. It was Adam's birthday some time ago. And for my birthday, he took me out to an afternoon tea at the Dorchester in London. And I said, we've got to do that for your birthday. And a lovely a theatre where we went to see Mary Poppins. Unfortunately, a lot of that's out the window at the moment. You certainly don't really want to be in a London hotel at the moment. I'm sorry. You don't. And besides, a lot of them aren't doing it at the moment. Which the one I tried? I tried one in London and then not... I can't remember it. Was I rung up now? Oh, no, he wanted to go to the Grove in Watford. the Grove in Watford, where I've also been for an afternoon tea, and they're not doing that one at the moment. Good morning, George Bond. Just texting in there. They're not doing that one at the moment. So I had a little look around, and the one actually nearest to me, funnily enough, and it wasn't because it's easier for me to get to. I just know it. And I thought that one might be open, and I rang them up. The funny thing is, they know you there. They go, oh, good morning, Mr. Reardon. And I'm like, oh, how do you know? Oh, you've been here several times before. And I like that. That's what you call customer service. The Americans have got customer service down to a T. Oh, my God. They bend over backwards to get your money there. And remember, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. They want your money. It's just the way they go about it that I like. You know, and someone, you ring up this posh, it's more of a resort than a hotel, because they've got, I don't know if Adam's still with us, he might be at work, but when we go there Saturday, after the afternoon tea, we get to walk around and you'll see horses, you see the most delightful hotel rooms. They're like little houses. I can't wait to show you around there, because I know it like the back of my hand around there, Al. It'll be a lovely afternoon out we have. So that's all booked up for Saturday afternoon, 2:30. And as I say, when you ring them up, hello, Mr. Reardon. And I like that. That's nice. That's nice. You know, if you're going to have my money, I want you to work for it a little bit. A little bit like going in any of the 4-5-star hotels in London, Mandarin Oriental, Claridge's, even Harrods. The hotels have got it better than Harrods, and they bend over backwards for you. They really do. The niceness of having that service, and of course it's something that you pay for. Don't expect that in McDonald's. You know, you are paying for it. You really are paying for it. So there we are. Okay, and we're very much looking forward to that. So that's on Saturday, and I'll tell you all about that probably on Monday morning's show. Okay. What else have we got there? Oh, Gary still hasn't got his hat yet. Well, I hope it gets there soon, Gary. That's taken a while, isn't it? Gosh. Morning to Shania. Had to sit in a doctor's waiting room on Monday, all socially distanced. Good. Tay. Where's Tay? Oh, dear. I've just lost you. Where you gone, Tay? Just jumped down a little bit too far then. Tay. Immigration in Australia is scheduling appointments now. I was the only one sitting in the room designed to hold 50 plus. Quite eerie sitting there for 20 minutes. Gosh, it is. That does sound a bit eerie, doesn't it? Ooh, very spooky. It's spooky and scary. Very scary. It certainly is a bit scary there. Morning to Mandy Davenport, head of pain and suffering on this channel. Hello, Mandy. Okay. David in Hamill's there. Hello to David. Loving the late start. Are you a bit of a late getter-upper, David? Have you retired, actually? You're not old enough to have been retired, are you? Aren't you roughly the same age as me, David? I can't remember now. Morning, David. Thank you, Mark. We're looking crisp today, according to Mark Bowles. Good morning to Roy Brownlow. Welcome along to Roy Brownlow. Is that everyone there? Yeah, that's everyone there. Good. Parkness says, people with long memories impress me. Yeah, I mean, I don't suppose she remembers me, because it's about 2 years ago since I went to Coworth Park in Ascot. But I come up on the phone, you know, and just say, oh, good morning, Mr. Reardon. Wow, I like that. That's nice. Something you don't get everywhere, isn't it, you know? Anyway, so, yes, I was touched at the hospital. Very nice it was too. Okay. Fitted sheets. How many of you got fitted sheets as a matter of interest? I ask this, right, because my bed next door it was an expensive bed, a John Lewis bed. Do you know what I mean? Not one of the, like, 200 quid jobs that I've got down at the caravan. My God, do you notice the difference? I tell you that. I bought a cheap one for the caravan because I thought, just get a cheap one here. And it was for Margaret. I think it was about 250 quid. For this bed, and it was a small. Did you know you can get small doubles? You can get, I think it's queen, king, double, small double, and single. So I've got a small double in the caravan. Cost me about 250 quid, and actually I've had it a year now. it's all right, but it's not like my bed here. Do you know what I mean? In hindsight, I think I probably wish I would have bought one of the same John Lewis ones for the caravan. But the only thing is there, you can get occasionally you can get damp in the caravan, and you don't want something like that ruined. So that's why I got the cheap one. I might get another one in the future. Certainly not at the moment. You know, a little bit of quite not much so much money not much money coming in at all actually. But there we are. And the bed I've got actually, and the one at the caravan, right? These fitted sheets, worse here, but at the caravan it's too big. Right, because it's a small double, the sheet goes underneath. But because it's a fitted sheet with the elastic, it kind of moves a bit. And every couple of days, I find myself taking the sheet off the side and then pulling it across back the other way, having to move the bed, tucking it there and then tucking it back onto the other side. Do you have any issues like this, anyone? Now, the one next door, in my bedroom here at our Bracknell television studio complex, the jewel of Berkshire, this place is. It is a jewel in Berkshire. It shines, dear. It shines. And the one next door, because it's a big bed, right, I have a feeling the fitted sheets I bought are just... it's not a queen size, but I think it's just a normal double bed. It might be a king next door. Might be a king bed. It's quite big. Right? And this fitted sheet, and because it's got a John Lewis mattress topper on the top to add to the softness. To be honest, not that you need it on that bed. It's lovely. I like a soft bed. But I've got a John Lewis mattress topper on top, which is that's about 5 years old. Actually, that needs replacing now because it sinks in the middle because I'm so fat. When you do that, it's like this now. Not the bed, the mattress topper. And my mate says you need to keep shaking it. Well, I do shake it, but it still goes like that. It's my fat arse in there. What can you do? I'll have to take a picture and show you. So that needs to be replaced. But nevertheless. So I put the sheet on and you kind of put the elastic round the corners and then you pull it. And then it comes up on that side. Oh, Christ. Do you know what I mean? And you pull that one out. And then you pull it and go to the other side. And you just about get it down, right? Just about get it down. And you think it's over the four corners. This damn fitted sheet thing. I've got a couple. And then you go about your business. Then when you get into bed, one or both sides of that fitted sheet, usually at the head end, has come up and repositioned itself to be underneath the mattress topper. Okay? Rather than on the whole mattress itself. It should clip under the elastic should hold it under there, but it doesn't. At some point in the day, it must rise up like that and it repositions itself under there. So now you've got two corners turned up like that. It's a bit like when you go to a wedding. You know, and the sandwiches has been out there a little bit long, and the corners turn up on the sandwiches where they've dried out, haven't they? Just one of those things. Now, at the moment, I'll put a normal sheet on there. I have one normal sheet, funnily enough, that my mate gave me because he had too many sheets, so he gave me. I think it's quite a substantial one. You know, the little bits of cotton. It's quite. You know, some of these cheap sheets you buy, and there's like not many bits of, what's that called? The thread count. I think it's quite a high thread count on that one. It's so lovely. Oh, it's like silk. It's not silk. Don't have silk. Oh, you'll sweat, dear. Or worse than that, polyester sheets. Never ever buy any sheets that have got any quantity of polyester in there at all. You will be so hot at night. I've bought them myself. I used them once and chucked them away. Awful. Polyester sheets. No. 100% cotton only. That's what you need. Right? So I've got this sheet on there. And you tuck it in there. You tuck it in there. Old-fashioned, dear. Oh, you tuck it. No elastic. And that's it. It doesn't move. Doesn't move. Not that I get much movement in my bed anyway. Oh, it's been about 3 years now. Oh, well. You just tuck it in and it doesn't move. Wonderful. So I'm thinking of getting some more of those. Do you have the same problem with the fitted sheets? Not only that, when you wash them. When you wash these damn things and then you try to hang them out on the line. And you put the peg on there and you put it and it moves. The peg moves. So you put 2 pegs on there and another one there and another one there. And you think, yeah, that's okay. Then you go in and do something. You come out 2 hours later and it's moved back in again. Because of the elastic. And even the worst one out of the lot of all these things, right? When you try to fold the damn things up. How do you do that? How do you fold a fitted sheet? Because it's beyond me. You hold the... And I've watched YouTube videos of people doing it. And they do it and it's all perfectly in a little square. There it is. Ready to go away in the drawer. Not me. Can't do it. I end up doing that. And then I just put it and shove it in the drawer. So I'm thinking of just getting normal sheets, but I don't want to get, you can spend £100 on a sheet in John Lewis. One sheet, £100. I'm not spending £100 on a sheet, really. But I don't want the little thin things, with hardly any thread counts. You'd almost see holes in between the thread. Don't want one of those. So I think I'm going to have to get normal sheets because I'm getting fed up with these damn fitted ones. Either that or cut the elastic out. One of the two. Let's see if you're saying anything about that. Here you are, Rachel. Good morning, Rachel. Can't flipping fold the damn things. Yeah, you have that problem as well, do you? David in Hemel, do you remember the old duvets you used to hang up on this windows at Central Station? Yeah, that was supposed to be the soundproofing. We had a bit of an issue with some of the neighbours at Central Station. Actually, it wasn't generally on the karaoke night. It was on other nights where whoever it was working this sound just kept turning it up too loud. So they decided to put some soundproofing in and literally hung up duvets in front of the windows, which I don't think made any difference. If they'd have pinned them sort of on the wall around the windows, so if that's the window there, right, there, covering the whole window, that might have made a difference. But they weren't. They were like hung in the middle of the windows. I don't think they did anything. But there we are. Shania uses fitted sheets. She doesn't have a problem there. Shania's all right with it. Look at that. Morning, Gary Davidson's got his water bottle. Excellent. Roy Brownlow bought tent clips. I tie wrapped to frame and clip sheets into them, so that's how he does it. Pull a couple off yellow pages under the mattress, says Gary Ross. Tay, we got a sleep number. Oh, what's a sleep number? I know what a sleep number is. We got a sleep number, but the fitted sheet always unhooks at the corner. Same as me. Most likely because the hose is at the top. Hose is at the top. Best money we ever spent. Thank you, Tay. Thank you, Tay. John Lewis now, always knowingly oversold. Yeah, they've taken out their thing now, haven't they? Is it splash blue, says Gary. No, it certainly isn't. A 4-poster bed, well, I suppose you could tie it to that, couldn't you? Morning to Stephen Petty. Just stopped in the lorry motorway service for some early lunch. Oh, David, you're not 67. Are you 67, David? Well, I didn't know that. I didn't think you were 67. I really didn't think you were 67 there. Good, so there we are. Fitted sheets. Yeah, Mark Bowles hates fitted sheets as well. Yeah, me too. I think I'm just going to have to get some normal sheets. But I certainly don't want to pay £100 for a sheet. I wonder how much, I bet they're like thousands of pounds in Harrods. What? Let's have a look. Shall I have a quick look? Harrods sheets. Let's have a quick look. £190 for one sheet. One sheet. Designer beds and linens. Harrods. Let's have a look here. There we are. Let's have a look. Sheets. Oh, come on. I've got to find an expensive sheet here. Sheets. Searching. Products. Oh, that's all food coming up there. How is it food? Oh, hang on. Blissful sheep. Sleep. Okay. Well, come on then. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Sizes. Let's one size large. Okay, large. Thread count. There should we go. 800 thread count. Dearest one I can find. £275. I bet there's got to be a price type. Okay, full price. Here we go. Brands. Let's choose an expensive brand. Search one brand. It says there. I don't know what a good brand would be. Let's see if Versace's there, because that's expensive, isn't it? Yeah, Versace. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, hang on. It's got a little can't find it there thing. Hang on. Oh, it's not working very well. I'll tell you what they have got there. A pillowcase. £275. One pillowcase. Gosh. Search one brand. It doesn't really say much there. Bedroom luxury bedding. Let's try this again. Duvet cover and pillowcase. 400. No, these are not dear enough. I want to find something really expensive. King duvet cover. £1,000 in Harrods. Oh, there must be something in here for a few grand, isn't there? £919. Hang on. Let's type in world's most expensive sheet. Shall we try that? There you go. Here we go. Oh, no, that's a bed. That's a bed. Charlotte Thomas bed sheet. $2,400 for that. Gosh. It's a lot, isn't it? George texts in. He says, I use what? Pair bungee clips to fold them with my bed sheets. What the hell is a pair bungee clip? I don't know what that is. Is that a misspell? Please check your spelling before you send these texts here, because I can't work out what you're saying. Brentford nylons. No, thank you, David. Parkness was in Harrods. I said, can you show me something for a £5? And she said, yes, there's the door. Shall I get those from Primark and Asda? I hope they're 100% cotton there, Shania. Mark's going to try the sheets out. Whenever you get round here, just let me know, dear. Sleep Number, Tay says, is a fancy airbed mattress. The air pump is constantly connected. All right. I mean, I remember waterbeds and all that became a little bit of a fad, didn't they? Waterbeds. Anyway, that's our little sheet thing. I went to Aldi last night. Once again, I forgot. I went for batteries, didn't I? For my Dymo printer. Yeah, but it just takes 5 batteries, that does. 4. 4 batteries in here. I've only got 2. So I meant to pick up some batteries from Aldi last night. I completely forgot. Nice and quiet in there, I must say. That's how I like shops. Dead quiet. Got there a little bit earlier than normal, sort of about 9 o'clock at night there. There's some more Netflix things that I meant to mention yesterday, and I've completely forgotten all about it. I'm now watching 4 Netflix things at the same time. Almost similar to how I watch the television, because I don't like to really watch, what's it called when you watch binge watching? I do feel if you start watching, I don't know, whatever, Dallas, on, and you watch it the whole day, I think you miss out on that, on looking forward. Like the people who put up their Christmas decorations we mentioned yesterday, didn't we? And there's a lot of them that do it. They put the Christmas decorations up too early. Christmas Day comes, well, what have we got to look forward to? Nothing, because you've already done it. Nothing. You've got to hold back. Be a little bit self-disciplined, you know. And so I like to watch 1, maybe 2 episodes at the most. So I'm now watching 4 things altogether. I'm watching The Rain, which is a dubbed programme. Remember, we mentioned dubbed programmes the other day. I can now watch those. The secret is to look at their eyes. Don't look at their mouths. Look at their eyes, mainly. Because when you're looking at me on here, you're not looking at my mouth, are you? You're looking at my eyes. Look at the eyes. Not around the eyes, not next to the eyes, the eyes. Look at the eyes. And then when the lip movements don't match the words, it's okay. I can now watch dubbed films, which is something I never used to be able to do. That's The Rain I'm watching, which is excellent. It's about these people, they go out and you mustn't get caught in the rain because a virus gets you and you die almost instantly. I'm watching The Fall, which is a detective series. I'm now on series 2 of that. Series 1 is only 5 episodes long. It's about this bloke that goes around murdering women. And the excellent Gillian Anderson is the star in Aaron the Murderer, who's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if you wanted to be murdered by someone, he would be the one that you want to be murdered by. And you do see him quite often topless on there. It's very, very exciting. Okay? But the first series is only 5 episode ones. Highly recommended. If you like anything sort of police type things, you want to watch The Fall on Netflix. I've started watching Greenleaf, which is basically Dallas, but in a church. Someone described that to me. I've watched 1 episode so far. It's quite funny. It's good. It's good. Greenleaf. Then Inconceivable, which is about this lady. That's a film. It's about this couple. They want a child, and they can't have one. So they've got, I think, a surrogate mother. And then they meet another lady who moves in with them. Not in the main house, but in another house. And it all goes a bit wrong. You'll love the ending. You will love the... That's all I'm saying. You will absolutely love the ending to that, okay? Inconceivable on Netflix. And one I've just started watching is Biohazard. Biohazard, which is seems to be about these young scientist type people who do things with genes and all that. And that's... actually, DJ Chris has watched that. He didn't like it. I don't think he continued watching it. I've watched the first episode and I like it. So 5 things I'm now watching and recommending to you on Netflix there. All right. Parkness knows the film and the locations very well. There we go. Good morning to the silent viewers out there. Thank you for reminding me that, Rachel. Sometimes I forget to welcome them to the show, and it's very important. There's far, far more silent viewers than people in the chat box. So a very warm welcome to you to the show as well. And indeed, those of you that watch the show as a recording, I'm very aware that you watch the show as a recording. So welcome along to you. Paul and Lou have joined us today. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Paul and Lou have got their pen. What a great service. Thanks to Lee for the donation. Yeah, generally, when something is won, it goes straight in the post that day. So sometimes there does seem to be, sometimes people are delayed a little bit, but generally it gets straight there. Didn't I send your dad a pen, Shania? Did you get the pen yet? I think you've got the pen. I sent your dad a pen. The Isle of Wight seems to be a particular problem, actually. Sometimes, on 2 occasions, they haven't got something there. Twice. Once a torn-out envelope arrived, and once it didn't arrive, and I think once an envelope arrived, sealed, and there was nothing in there. Well, I can't have made that mistake. You know, someone's had it. So the Isle of Wight, for whatever reason, seems to be a particular problem for sending stuff to. Don't know why that is. Good. Do you know what I did last night? I recorded my my music round for next week's quiz. We had a great quiz on Tuesday. If you haven't been with us yet on a Tuesday night, do join us. Tuesday night quiz at 8 o'clock on this channel. All right, we've got some nice weather coming forward again. I'm pleased to tell you. They call it a heat wave in the papers. It's not really a heat wave. 25 degrees centigrade, so that's about 217 degrees Fahrenheit it's going to be. It says, new weather charts in the Daily Mirror today suggest the temperature could soar to 25 degrees centigrade, which is about 800 degrees Fahrenheit, with warm sunshine in parts of the UK after heavy rain and cool temperatures over the bank holiday weekend. It's not going to be a particularly nice bank holiday weekend, which is probably good news, actually. So all the scum that go onto the beach and leave all their rubbish. Now, note what I say there. The ones that leave not people that go onto the beach and take rubbish with them, not scum. Scum that go onto the beach and leave all their disgusting, filthy rubbish all over the place. And often, the people that we shouldn't need to have, the people that go and clean up the rubbish, we shouldn't need that. We never needed it in the 70s and the 80s. We do now, because people have lost all sense of pride. All sense of pride. Awful people. Rubbish everywhere. And those that unfortunately have to come and clear it up, some of them volunteers like me. I go round here and clean rubbish up all the time. Some of them, like volunteers, you know, they haven't got enough time to pick all that up before the sea comes in and takes it all out to sea to chuck it up on another beach somewhere else on the other side of the world. It's not right. I wish people would be fined for this. They should have armies of people combing the beaches for small sweet wrappers. Anything so much as a peanut that has been dropped onto a sandy beach somewhere, they should swoop down. What we need for these disgusting people, we need drones, boys and girls. We need drones. We need drones with some sort of automatic intelligence, artificial intelligence, that can fly over vast swathes of disgusting people, slowly cooking in the sun, and find rubbish. Boop, 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 boop. Find rubbish, and it will swoop down on them, take a photo, and out from that drone will be emitted a taser. And they can taser the person, and then the police can come along and take them away and bang them up somewhere for, I don't know, what should be the price of dropping a burger wrapper on the floor. I think 2 months is fair. 2 months in prison for that. Yes, absolutely. Bread and water. No telly. No PlayStation. No nice cooked food from Jamie Oliver's recipe book. Bread and water. You think they're going to drop that bit of rubbish again? Don't think so. Far too much of this blooming mamby-pamby stuff going on here, dear. That's what they need. Automatic drones to seek out the rubbish. So hopefully the colder bank holiday weekend will keep them away, shoved away in their little houses. Britons could bask in warm sunshine next week after being battered by 2 severe storms. Do you like a battering? Mark Bowles used to give out batterings, didn't you, Mark? When he was a doorman. After being battered by 2 severe storms and enduring a chilly and rainy bank holiday weekend, some weather charts suggest the temperature could rise to 25 degrees centigrade in the east or the southeast of England. So, I mean, that'll do me. I'll either be southeast. No, I won't. I'll be northeast, so should be up there as well. Until then, if it happens, the UK will have to contend with cooler temperatures, heavy showers, strong winds and flood alerts in the wake of destructive storms Ellen and Frances, which torrential rain and 81-mile-an-hour winds. It will be so chilly that there will be a risk of overnight frost earlier next week as the calendar turns to September. And Britain's hope for one last hurrah from a summer marred by less than brilliant conditions at times and coronavirus lockdown curbs, including foreign travel restrictions. So you might get a little bit of a sunshine next week. Bring me sunshine, bring me flowers. Something like that, isn't it? Oh, no, sorry, Mark, I've been corrected. Mark only does the odd roughing up now and again. Oh, really? Is there any videos of you doing that, please? Could you send them through? I'd like to watch those privately, you know. Parknest, Jamie Oliver should write a prison food cookbook. That could be an idea, couldn't it? You've got a job. You're a telephone engineer, are you? You can become a telephone engineer. I used to do that, Mark. I was a telephone engineer. He's got a job. Fantastic. That is fantastic news. Is it British Telecom or what are you doing exactly? What do you know what your exact job is? See, when I was working for the telephone, we had no fibre. It was just 2 wires. I was basically a linesman, technician 2A. I went into the house, up to as far as the telephone, all the wiring in the house, and a bit of wire that comes out of the house to the top of the telegraph pole, or a box outside if it went underground. That's where I stopped. And then that was another bloke who did that. I loved it. Going around in my little telephone van. I loved that job. Glenda, 92 degrees Fahrenheit in Pennsylvania. 6,500 today. That's not bad, is it, Glenda? Have you got air conditioning there, my love? Hope you have. Bit warm to be running around in, doesn't it? David in Hemel found lots of your signed photos of Skegness Beach. Dear. Shania, Dad has his pen and Callum has his keyring. Excellent. They're in quarantine. Oh, yes. Yeah, put them in quarantine. I mean, I don't think I've got anything, but you don't know. People have touched them in the post office. The same people that probably nicked your fridge magnet the other year. Chris saw the whole of Biohazard, but it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Thank you, Chris. I thought you just watched one or two of those there. Good. Alrighty. How many stories we got here? 1, 2, 3, 12, 15. Shall we do the Super Chat raffle? We didn't have any more Super Chats, did we? No. Excellent. Oh, what have I done? I just closed down my blooming text thing. 1 minute. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Righto. Okay, we got the... That's not the Super Chat raffle, is it? I'm all over the place today. Here we are. The Super Chat raffle is about to happen, boys and girls. Someone is going to win our lovely clock. There it is. Yes. Who's going to win that now? For our Super Chat raffle, you are about to find out. Let me get the tickets. Ba 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 ba. Oh, sorry. There you go. There's the tickets. No more there. No mucking around. Always like to show you that there's no dodginess going on here. Okay, I've got the lid. I've got the lid. Okay. I'll just stir them around a bit. Let's mix them all up now. Mixing up the tickets. Tickets are being mixed. There's actually 2 different colours in here this week because we changed ticket books, okay? There's like pink and, I don't know what that other, so like a mauvey tealy colour, isn't it? Okay, so let's give them all a good mix. Who's going to win the clock? Good luck, Super Chatters. Does it include batteries? No, not allowed to send batteries through the post, clever clogs. Don't become a disruptor, David in Hemel. Don't be a disruptor, my darling. Anyone else want to join the bingo, incidentally? Just send us an email. Use the email address there. Send us an email there, okay? And I'll add you to the bingo system. You can either join the Sunday one, which is 6 games, or our daily bingo game that we always play at the end of a show, or both of them. Just let me know what you want to do, all right? Okay. Also, the actual Sunday bingo will be moving to its own channel in a few weeks' time. So you need to subscribe to that new channel. All you need to do, if you've got a pen and paper, Andy, is type in www.thebingochannel.co.uk. Okay, it will take you straight to where you need to subscribe to. Hit the red button on there and hit the little bell next to it, what says all notifications on, and you'll be set. You haven't got to do anything else, all right, for when the show moves to that channel. Okay. Have we done these enough now, darling? Oh, Glenda has got aircon. She's been running non-stop since the beginning of July. I've had mine on a lot this year, actually. I was a Richmond linesman, actually. It was Richmond I covered. The area I covered, Mark, was Richmond. It was a lovely area. Oh, beautiful area. Richmond, Ham, Petersham, Mortlake, Kew. Lovely area. Sheen. East Sheen. Really nice there. Sometimes I went and did another area like Wandsworth, but it weren't nothing. It was lovely houses I've been in there. And so, some people you would have seen on. I went in a Bamba Gascoigne's house, you know. Oh Christ, I've forgotten his name now. The black bloke who used to do the news. Very, very good man. Oh, what's his name? I think he does documentaries now, doesn't he? Documentaries or something like that, doesn't he? Thank you, Retro Restore. Good morning. Morning, Martin. Morning, Martin. Right, okay, let's do it. Here comes the drum roll. Here is the winner of the bingo clock. Oh, it's ticket number 1. Ticket number 1 on the teal coloured tickets. And the winner is... It's Rachel Wheatland. Oh, can you see that all right? Let's try that other one. There you go. Rachel Wheatland. You can see that better on there. Rachel Wheatland is the winner. Ticket number 1. Okay, well done, Rachel. Yeah, baby. Rachel, ticket number 1. You've won the clock. You won the clock. You got 2 now. Haven't you got a clock already? You bought one, didn't you? Where you going? Stop moving around like that. Haven't you got? I think you got a clock already, haven't you, Rachel? Well done, Rachel. You know what to do, my love. Send me your full postal address, and that will be in the post for you, my love. Okay? There you go, Rach. I'm so happy for you. Can you see the happiness on my face? Well done, Rachel. Fantastic. Mark wants the clock. Maybe you can sell it on, Rachel. A clock for your living room. It's not the same as the other one. It really isn't the same as the other one because it says UK lockdown on there. This is the same design I've got as on the mugs. Exactly the same design, except I've blown it up and put it on the clock for you, okay? So that's yours. All right? Well done, darling. Well done. Very pleased for you. All these raffle tickets for that, they now go in here, which is our Super Chatter. That's our super draw, once a month super draw, okay? So you get another chance to win something in there, including you, Rachel. Okay, they all go in there, and there'll be a lot of those to draw on Monday morning's show. All right? So that's this week's super draw done. Next week's super draw prize is one of our brand new water bottles, okay? That's next week's super draw prize. Super Chatters prize. Very confusing. You thought filling in a tax form was confusing. Wait till you've seen this programme. Next Super Chatters prize is that. So once again, gang, every time someone sends in a £1 tip or a £1 super chat, you will go in the raffle for next Thursday, free of charge, for that water bottle, which we've just had those done. The only other way to get one of those at the moment is to win one on the bingo. You can buy one if you want to, but they're 15 quid. Maybe a little bit too pricey for some people, okay? 15 quid for the water bottle if you want to buy one outright. Or you can try and win one on the bingo on Sunday night, or next week's Super Chatters raffle, okay? And that's how that works out. Well done there, Rachel. Very pleased for you, darling. Let me just... Weird City, I bet the bingo channel gets lots of subs. I don't know. It just seemed a better idea to separate it because it's different to the rest of the show. It's like the quiz night. The quiz night, I mean, I may do the same with the quiz night. I don't like it. But the quiz night and the bingo night and the talk show are three completely separate things, aren't they? And that's the idea behind that. Okay, good morning to Peter Paliwoda. Good morning to you. Right. Okie doke. What else have we got here? I mean, just imagine being on a plane and this happens. In the Daily Mail this morning, okay, holidaymakers were left gripping their seats in horror. No, the plane hadn't taken off when hazmat-clad officials boarded a Ryanair plane bound for Pisa. At the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That was one of our questions this week, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The hazmat suit. That's the suit where you're completely covered and a big, like, helmet on. Almost like you look like you're about to go to the moon. That's a hazmat suit. A passenger had received a text from Track and Trace minutes before takeoff from London Stansted, triggering emergency coronavirus procedures. The passenger and his companion were taken off the plane, Ryanair said, and moved to a Stansted Airport isolation area where they were met by health authorities. Gosh, I mean, can you just imagine that? You're sitting on a plane, surrounded by other people. The plane is... You've been sitting there for a while now, so you know there's something wrong. And suddenly, these people, not necessarily blokes, these people get on the plane with hazmat suits and you're not allowed to get off. That would terrify me, wouldn't it you? How frightening is something like that? It really is. This whole thing is like something out of a science fiction film, isn't it? Gone wrong. That would terrify me. It says their seats and overhead cabins were then disinfected before the plane was then allowed to take off for Italy. Italia! Ciao bella! Italiano! Ciao bella! An hour and 40 minutes late, according to flight radar. They were both wearing masks at all times at Stansted Airport. Ryanair said in a statement, and for a very short period, less than 10 minutes, they were seated on the aircraft prior to departure. There was very little, if any, risk of coronavirus transmission to other passengers or crew members, as all of whom were wearing face masks at all time. Shocking video shows 3 officials dressed head to toe in protective gear approach the individual on the plane as a crew member tried to keep the passengers in their seats. I mean, I'm not being funny. Why on earth does anyone want to get on a plane at the moment? It's beyond me, because I won't. A shocked passenger posted on Instagram a picture of herself and a friend wearing face masks on the flight. They said in a caption, the face when you're about to take off and someone gets a text from Track and Trace. They added that the police came onto the plane and claimed the individual was tested for coronavirus. Dear me. Oh, that's a scary thing to happen, isn't it? Dear me. David Hemmel, it's the living dead on Ryanair. Gosh. Parkness says nobody has ever died on a Ryanair flight. No, but they've been blooming well uncomfortable on there, haven't they? Sod that. I've been on a Ryanair flight. Never again. You're just like an animal herded onto a van off to the abattoir for the slaughter. Dreadful. Oh. All right. Have you ever found anything strange in your loft or attic, perhaps? I've got a loft here, and it's just I had a clear out some years ago now, so there's not too much up there, but it's like an old valve radio and things like that in there. I wonder if that would be something that my nephew would be interested in, actually. Like, it's just sitting up there doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these people that wants to hold on to something just for the sake of holding on to it. Unless it's like a special memory thing, like photos of your parents and things like that. I was just looking at a photo of me and my mum, actually, in a restaurant downstairs, which I have hanging by my front door. And it suddenly occurred to me that this photo is at least 20 years old, probably more, 23 or 24 years old, this photo. Hey? I've got stuff like that and little things, just trinkets and things like that, which remind you, like my watch here, you know, this was a birthday present. I showed it to you the other day from my mum and dad. I don't know if it's got a date on it, actually. Has it got a date on it? I can't really see it, not in the light here. Christopher from mum and dad. It doesn't actually have a date on it. I think it's probably my 18th or 16th birthday, that watch there. And I've got a few things like that. But generally, I don't hold on to stuff. And I've got an old valve radio upstairs, which works. It still works. Takes about, I don't know, about 5 minutes for it to come on. And all the valves light up inside. But it's just up there and it's not getting used. And perhaps my nephew could do something with that on this show. Or actually, my brother-in-law might like to restore it. Would you like that, Martin, if you're still with us? Do you want to restore that radio? It's in quite good nick, actually. It works. It is in quite good nick, but I don't know, you might want to take that and do something to it, would you? I'll make a video out of it, perhaps. So that's one thing I've got in my loft. But in the Daily Mirror today, what about you? Have you found anything odd in your loft that you've perhaps forgotten had been up there for years and years, maybe? Or something that you didn't even know was up there? Perhaps you'd moved into a property. You went up in the loft and, oh, God, what's this? A little treasure trove. Not necessarily something that's valuable, just something that's interesting, you know? A little bit like this show. Very, very interesting. Yes, it is. A mother was left rather red-faced after a workman installing closed-circuit television at her home made a rather disturbing discovery in the loft. 2 weeks ago, a workman visited this lady in St Helens to install closed-circuit television cameras. All was going swimmingly until the man called the 27-year-old upstairs to look at something rather unusual he'd stumbled across in the attic. Very, very strange and mysterious. What could it be? I mean, you don't want to find rats up there, do you? I had an invasion of squirrels years ago. I can't tell you. It was just awful. You can't get rid of the damn things. And they're clever. They're clever. If you get one by one method, you won't get another one by that same method. You have to do something else. The best method I found, and it's not nice, was sticky boards. You know what sticky boards are? They're like bits of hard cardboard, and they've got very strong glue, and you simply open them up and put them down. And they get on there, they can't get off. And they literally dehydrate to death. It's a horrible way to go. You must never ever put those outside. They're completely indiscriminate. So you might be after a particular thing, right? A little bird will land there. And let me tell you, you'd have trouble getting that little bird's legs off that glue. It's that strong. Anyway, all was going swimmingly until she was called upstairs to look at something rather unusual. The mum of one was mortified when he showed her a scaly and rotten... Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. A little bit of dust. Oh my God. I'm sneezing just after I've come out of hospital. That's a worry, isn't it? The mum of one was mortified when he showed her a scaly and rotten toy. Now, you know what toys I mean. I don't have to tell you, do I? An adult toy. Ooh. There's something horrible about those things. I'm sorry. I know maybe one or two of you, but no. No. I don't like something like that. It's a bit old-fashioned. It's a toy, an adult toy. Oof. Oh, no. And it had been left standing upright in the loft. How embarrassing. The mum of one was mortified. She was quick to explain that the item didn't belong to her. Yeah, right, love. Or her partner, Matthew. Instead, she believes it was left there by former tenants of the property, as neighbours said they were known for their noisy sessions. Oh my God, there's a picture of it. No, not going to show you that picture. No, no, no. Oh, it's horrible. Despite living in the house for a few years, it's the first time Rachel had ever been up in the loft, so she had no idea what was waiting up there. Probably large spiders. Rachel? Large spiders. Massive, great, big spiders. They're all waiting for you now to open that loft door. Don't do it. Don't do it. In fact, if you've got a loft door, you want to put some of that draft excluder around it, because the little gap, the baby spiders can get out through there, and then they can set up home somewhere else in your house and grow bigger and bigger and bigger. She says after the grim find, she has no plans to go anywhere near the space again anytime soon. The toy is rotten. Looks like it's been there for years. Scaly and scabby at the bottom. Oh, like the plastic is burnt. How awful. She continued, the closed circuit television man came and he said he'd needed to put a socket up in the attic. I said, you'll have to excuse whatever's in the loft because I've never been in there. If you say so, dear. I never went in the attic at all. As he got up the ladders, he said, your last tenants have left you a little present. Go up and have a look. How dreadful. Well, what about you? Have you found anything in your loft at all? I wonder. Peter Paliwoda, sparrows nestling in the loft. They fly in under the eaves. Little birds up there. Rachel, I can't believe how many beams we have in our loft. It looks like a spider web of beams. Peter Palawoda, house sparrows? Bless you. Did you open your wallet when you sneezed? Morning to John Parrish this morning. Oh, John sent some pictures. Thank you, John. I don't see any pictures there, John. Where have you sent pictures? Oh, yes, I see those there. Thank you, John. Morning to Sherry DMP. Good morning, Sherry. Hello, Sherry. Little penguin feeling a bit under the weather. Oh, again in the Daily Mirror this morning. Perret, an endangered northern rockhopper penguin, hasn't been feeling very well lately. Poor little penguin. The brave little guy swam across oceans and was found washed up on a beach in Western Australia. He's since been experiencing some feather molting problems, meaning he's not waterproof and can't return to the wild yet. So he's been spending some time in Perth Zoo's vet department. Quite a normal story, really. But staff at the zoo soon realised being away from other penguins during this time was proving difficult for Pierre, and he was rather lonely. Him and me should be together. Wouldn't it be fine being lonely together? Wouldn't it be fine having a moment to share? Perhaps I could sing for you this morning. Would you like something like that? We'd like a little song this morning. So they came up with a brilliant way to lift his spirits while he was feeling under the weather. And it's a lot like how we would like to spend a sick day at home. Pierre has been watching documentaries on the television about rockhopper penguins as well as episodes of Pingu. Do you remember Pingu? I haven't seen that for years. I think it's French, isn't it French? Pingu. Speaking to 7 News in Australia, one of the zookeepers said, what I have here is an iPad for our rockhopper penguin, Pierre. Pierre is by himself in the vet department and gets a bit lonely at times. So to make his life a bit more enriching, we've decided to get other rock hoppers online for him to watch. As well as Pingu and the documentaries, the penguin is also shown live streams of rock hoppers at Kansas City Zoo in the US and at Edinburgh Zoo. Oh, we'd see penguins. Have you ever seen penguins? When you go in their enclosure, it just stinks. I'm sorry, it does. All you can smell is fish. Vile. Horrible smell. Fish. Ooh. Paul and Lou. Lou's mum had a hornet's nest. Approximately 500 two nests. They started eating the wood in the loft. Oh, that's scary, isn't it? I don't like hornets. Horrible, great big things, aren't they? Hornets. Nasty. Want to cheat, Deaf? Now, I do believe this programme was on the telly either last night or the night before. Again, in the Daily Mirror, Peter Scott Morgan is taking drastic action to stop himself from dying. It seems like something straight out of a Hollywood science fiction film. The super scientist has attempted to turn himself into the first ever human cyborg in a bid to overcome the motor neuron disease that might otherwise kill him. Peter's groundbreaking bid to become part man and part machine involved radical surgery, high-tech engineering and artificial intelligence. With much of the technology being applied for the first time, Peter admits he's a guinea pig and considers it one big science experiment. But if he fails, he knows that tragically he will start to starve, suffocate and eventually die. It's a dreadful thing, isn't it? The motor neuron disease thing. Yes, it's been on Channel 4. It was in Channel 4 documentary, The Human Cyborg. Peter's phenomenal journey opens up the biggest question of all. What does it really mean to be human? Back in 2016, he was having a lovely long soak in a bath, but was suddenly unable to move one of his legs. I did what I've done all my life. Get out of the bath, you shake your foot to get the water off. But it wouldn't happen. He said it was all very strange. After a series of tests, I was diagnosed with motor neuron disease, which is really horrific and cruel. It destroys the nerve cells which control muscles, and he's already lost the loose use of his legs, with his arms slowly going as well. It spreads upwards, and he will soon lose his ability to eat and breathe, while the brain is fully alert and locked into his starving, suffocating body. So the brain is telling you things to do, like even without thinking about it, I'm moving my hand around like this, aren't I? Yeah. Well, I could now purposely want to move my hand to pick up that thing on there, right? And as far as my head says, I've just done that, but nothing's moved. That must be what it's like. Peter gained a PhD in robotics at London's Imperial College because he was fascinated with Doctor Who and Daleks, funnily enough. His experiments have profound implications for many people who suffer from conditions like that, which is the same thing as that brilliant scientist Stephen Hawking had. You remember him? He's already beaten the odds, having been given 2 years to live by doctors in 2017, meaning under that prognosis he should have died last year. To avoid starvation, Peter has his stomach replumbed, so nutrients are pumped in automatically. A breathing tube at the base of his throat will enable Peter to breathe, but will mean he is no longer able to speak. He wanted a powerful exoskeleton, will replace his upper body, making him stronger than ever. He also planned to tower over flesh and blood humans in self-drive vehicles which hold him upright. But with his condition worsening and time running out, he makes the painful decision to shelve these plans. He plans to replace his paralysed and expressionless face with a hyper-realistic avatar, but realises it will be far easier to display on a breastplate. Not wanting to sound like a robot, Peter spends weeks in a recording studio so that his new synthetic voice can convey his emotion. Because he will lose the use of his fingers, Peter wants a brain-computer interface so he can control the voice with his mind. Realising it will be too slow to hold a conversation, he changes to a system where his cyborg's artificial speaks for itself with words and phrases it would normally use. So that is an interesting thing to watch. And as I say, that's on Channel 4. And there's a lot more to that story if you want to read it. It's in the Daily Mirror, but the programme was on Channel 4. So just type in, I think, the Human Cyborg. Type in the Human Cyborg and you can watch it. I'll have a little look for that if I've got time a little bit later on. And Elon Musk as well, he's coming out with something tomorrow actually. Elon Musk is set to reveal a working Neurolink device this Friday. This highly anticipated but controversial brain chip aims to help us compete with artificial intelligence and help those with severe brain injuries and diseases. Wow. Lots going on in the world of science fiction at the moment, isn't there, eh? Which is, of course, becoming a reality. One thing they didn't get right was the flying cars. I'm sure it will come, but not yet. I did see that in 2021 they've got this new little plane type thing coming out, and they want to do journeys like an air taxi from London to Brighton, which will take half an hour. You know, instead of the 1.5 to 2 hours that it takes now in on the road, unfortunately. All right. Morning to Daniel Waterhouse this morning. Morning to you. Britain's biggest firms. Now, I told you this was going to happen months ago, didn't I? 50 of the British biggest UK employers questioned said they've no plans to return all the staff to the office full-time in the near future. I don't think people want to go back to the office. Driving through traffic and having to leave the house on a cold morning at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning to be able to get to work for 9. People don't want to do that anymore. And now they've seen they don't want to go back to work. And the companies that own these highly expensive renting places and offices in places like Canary Wharf and central London, they've realised now they don't need to be paying for these blimmin' overpriced offices. Why? People are doing it at home. They're using their own electric and light. Why would you have a load of people going into a building that you've got as an employee, as a person in charge of Shell or something like that? Why do you want to pay people to go all that way in that office and then pay for them to be heated, pay for their dinner breaks, some of them pay for their food, they have a sort of subsidised restaurant, all that, pay the rental of the building, pay people to clean the windows? Why would you do all that when you can have people sitting at home? There'd be something on their computer probably to be able to check that they're actually doing the work. Besides, people would know that they're not doing the work if their productivity suddenly dropped off from what it was in the office, wouldn't they? It works for everyone, except the little business all around, of course, that rely on those people in the office at break time to go out and get themselves a cup of tea or a piece of cake or something like that halfway through. The little restaurants that have shot up everywhere to service people who want bits of lunch and sandwiches and things like that. That does affect all those as well. But I knew this was going to happen. The BBC survey 50 unnamed big employers, all of which like to sing Rule Britannia and Land of Hope and Glory, ranging from banks to retailers, to get a sense of when they are expecting to ask employees to return to the office. Some 24 firms said they didn't have any plans in place to return workers to the office. As in, no one. Another 20 said they will gradually reopen office space. The same amount have opened their offices for staff unable to work from home, but not to everyone. It comes as many employees return to work from the summer holidays, with the reality of a prolonged period of home working becoming increasingly likely. One of the main, in fact, my estate agent, a lot of the people that work in the estate and that work for me, I've got, I'm a small-time landlord, so I've got a few places, but the estate agent looks after them all for me. She's still at home. She's still working from home. What do I notice? Any difference from this end? Not really. Not really. One of the main reasons given for the lack of a substantial return to work was that the firms couldn't see a way of accommodating large numbers of staff, while social distancing regulations were still in place. Many companies said they were offering choice and flexibility to those who want to return, particularly in the banking and finance sectors. They can work from home. And as I was just saying to you there, Dame Carol, who's head of the Confederation of British Industry, said the knock-on effect, this is the problem, right, of workers staying away from the office, damaging thousands of local firms, such as dry cleaners and sandwich bars. They won't have any customers because the people are working from home. She told the Daily Mail the UK's offices are vital drivers of our economy. The cost of office closure is becoming clearer by the day. Some of our busiest city centres resemble ghost towns, missing the usual bustle of passing trade. I must say, I'm not one that likes to mingle amongst loads of people, really. I don't like it. Funny, really, when you consider in the 90s I'd be going out to nightclubs, arm to arm, dancing with loads of other people in clubs and things like that. Not now, no. I'd rather be out on my own, walking along a river or in a forest, something like that. Anyway, I knew that was going to happen. That people don't want to do those journeys, do they? Shania says, I don't have a choice. I have to go back to the office. David says Central Station want you back in the office. Park Nest doesn't relish the prospect of working in the office again. There you go, you see. Right, have we got one more story? We've got a couple more story, actually. You got the Amazon, of course. I'm a big fan of Amazon, as you know. Facebook are going to do it as well. Facebook is introducing a new shopping tab to its main app, just like Instagram. Now, I gather Facebook is about to go through a big change. I think possibly next week for all of us. It still looks the same to me at the moment. I did when I checked earlier anyway. It's still the same, looks the same to me at the moment. But they're about to do some big changes on Facebook, which I know you won't like, because I won't. I hate it when they change stuff. Don't you? What? They're going to do shopping. The Facebook shop feature can turn current pages selling items into a place where you can buy products without going to a different website. Facebook has also been working on making it easier for you to search for specific products and product colours by using artificial intelligence. Well, I have to say, I don't think I've bought anything through Facebook at all. Not on the marketplace, which is like the eBay type thing, isn't it? And my mate has bought a couple of items on Facebook, and they've both been scams. Stuff coming from China, both items, one of which were these long lights. Well, what arrived in the post was in an envelope and these little things of LEDs. What take about 3 or 4 batteries. He said, well, it don't look like that. It looked like a stand in the pictures. And another thing he ordered, something for the tap. And he said what arrived was not what he expected to arrive. So I think there's a lot of scams going on Facebook. If you're not happy with something on Amazon, they're very, very good. They've really got that down to a T, Amazon. It says that businesses will get new tools to customise their shops, including different layout options. Facebook and Instagram users in the US will be able to use a new checkout feature to shop inside both apps there. So they're getting in on that as well, the old mail order thing, aren't they? Doing that stuff as well. All right, James. Oh, James is back. Where did you go, James? Disappeared. One more story and we'll do today's raffle tickets. Oh, no, that's it. That's all our stories. What's this here I've just come across? Oh, it's an extra one. And now, at no additional cost, an extra story, boys and girls. Gets better and better, doesn't it? It does, gets better and better. An extra story for you this morning, gang. In the Sun, tin shed on wheels. Mum posts brutally honest listing for £100 effing monstrosity of a caravan on Facebook Marketplace. Seriously, if you look around, you can pick up a caravan for a couple of £100, right? But the trouble is, you won't have anywhere to put it. A lot of caravan sites won't let you bring on anything that's older than sort of 10 years if they allow you to bring something on. Most of them insist that you buy it through them so they get a bit of money on that as well, you see. The caravan site I'm on, I'm very lucky. We have no age limit on our caravans as long as, and I quote, they look okay. You know, if you're going to let it go to pot and look rusty and all dirty and disgusting, then I'll absolutely move it, get rid of it, dear. But, you know, there's caravans that my caravan's 20 to 25 years old. Right, it's having a little few problems here due to its age, which my brother-in-law usually sorts out for me because I'm useless at that. But it's all right. You know, it's all right. It's still all right. Caravan that's 10 years old will be better than mine. All right? So why some of these companies, after 10 years, you've got to move it, you've got to get a new one. It's just rip-off. You've got to be so careful buying a caravan. I know DJ Chris was actually thinking about it, actually. Anyway, there's one on here for £100. Kate Perkins branded her 27-year-old caravan a hunk of junk and a tin shed on wheels. I mean, it just looks awful. And it doesn't look dissimilar to mine. I'll be honest. No, it's the same as mine. It is the same one as mine. Hang on. Hang on a minute. I'm going to show you this picture. Oh, my sister's tried to call them. It's the same as mine. It's one. It's. Oh, hang on. I've made a video now instead. Oh, what am I doing? Come on, Chris. There you go. It's the same as mine. Look. It is. That is the same model as my caravan. Look. Anyway, it's up for £100. Trouble is, you'll have nowhere to put it unless you want to put it in your garden as sort of, I don't know, an office or something. This caravan is 35 years old. She didn't hold back as she reeled off a lengthy list of faults for the ancient caravan, which she claims she would trade for £100 or 2 bottles of red wine. She's in Somerset, so near you, Mark Bowles. It's not pristine, it's not pretty, it's a tin shed on wheels, it's effing hot in the summer and it's effing freezing in the winter, and it even grows icicles on the inside. That was how it was in our bedrooms when we were kids in Roehampton. We had no heating. No heating. It could do with full replacement of carpets. It needs a good bleach clean throughout. It has a oven. It has a hob. And it has a fridge. Katie's family lived in the caravan for 7 years while building their dream home, but Katie says their plans turned into an effing nightmare. She swears a lot, doesn't she, this lady? The fed-up mum even issued a pregnancy warning with the tiny caravan after her family grew from 4 to 7 while living there. Kids were potty trained in it. Dog was potty trained. It's been used for storage in the last 9 months. Never stopped the effing chickens are going in it. Oh, it's a state. Oh my God. It's a real state. You wouldn't want this. There's mould. The ceiling's coming down. Why would anyone want to buy this? What she basically wants is someone to come and move it off her land for free. That's what she wants. There you go. Look at it. What a mess. No. Mine isn't like that on the inside. Beds have been destroyed and I can't be effed to remove them. I'm sure if you're looking at it, you can use it for something. I don't give an F what. On the bright side, Katie admits the caravan comes with pretty decent microwave. And has extras including old shoes, abstract art drawing by children on the walls, and old bottles of booze under the sink. In her final foul-mouthed flourish, Kate says she's accepted very little to get rid of the hunk of junk out of her life. She says, F it. If you duly want this effing monstrosity, then I will trade it for a couple of boxes of hubby's favourite red wine. One admiring fan commented, said, this is the best effing advert ever. I would have laughed at that. That is a funny thing, isn't it? Eh? To be so honest about something like that. Basically, she just wants someone to get it out of the way, doesn't she, I think? And that's it. Parknest said it would make great content on the channel. Well, why don't you contact her, Parknest? It's in the sun. If you want to have a look at that, okay. Rachel, I did through Facebook, bought something through Facebook, bought a reborn baby and it never arrived. What's a reborn baby? Is it a baby that's been born, shoved back inside and born all over? I've no idea what a reborn baby is. Does it get cleaned before it's pushed back in again? That's got to be a toy, is it, or something? She paid by PayPal and got her money back. Good. Jason's office is in his van, his mobile all the time, fitting forklift tyres, but I don't go into premises anymore. I ring for my van, get them to bring the forklift outside. Very sensible, Jason. Very, very sensible. They don't want to go into places. Right, shall we do today's raffle tickets, gang? If you like a raffle ticket, please speak now. All you've got to do is say ticket, please, in the chat box or on the texting number, and I'll do that for you. Okay, let me get my tickets ready while you start screaming. This is for the fridge magnet on Monday. When we do the raffle on Monday. Got 2 draws on Monday, actually. We've got the Super Draw, which is our once-a-month draw. Name invented by Paul and Lou, who are both losers. And the normal raffle as well. That's on that Monday. So here we go. Shania, 774. Gary Davidson, 775. Mark Bowles, 776. Diane Jebb, 777. Denise, 778. Colin, hello Colin, 779. Thank you very much, Colin, for keeping me informed of when you're not playing the bingo. Appreciate that. If you're not going to play the bingo, all you've got to do is send us an email. So I'm not doing the bingo today, so we can skip over you if you win, you see. Or you might not even get the ticket at all now. I've found a way of not sending out the tickets to everyone. So if you're not going to be there, just let us know before, and then you won't fall off the system. Otherwise, you do fall off, okay? Jason Hughes, 780. I will Google that. Yeah. Joe Woodrow at 781. Rachel, 782. Is there bingo today? Oh, what did I send out? Did it say Friday on it? Oh, I think it might well have said Friday on it, that bingo ticket today. Yes, it did. Yeah, that's actually today's ticket. Sorry. I've put Friday instead of Thursday. I kept thinking it was Friday. How mad is that? Sorry, you were sent a bingo ticket today, gang. It says Friday on it, so get that ready, because we're going to play that in a minute, all right? We're going to do that. Rachel, there's Rachel. Thank you for pointing that out, Gary. Gary Ross, 783. Gary, 2 tickets, Gary. Is that it? Is that everyone's raffle ticket? Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please speak now. All you've got to do is say raffle ticket and I'll sort that out for you. Yes, we will play a game of bingo today. There's a ticket I sent you at about 11:15 this morning. Just get that ticket out and that's today's ticket. I put the wrong date on the top. Silly me. Can you imagine some of them on here who jump on you when they find something's wrong? You think you see the messages, yeah, and you think, you stupid git. That's what I think when I see it. Oh, you've put that wrong. Oh, you've done that wrong. Well, actually, when you say that, I might be sitting here smiling, and I think I can't swear. You see, that's why I can't. You stupid bee. I think to myself, you really stupid. How stupid, how pathetic are you to have to point that out? That's what I really think. Just so you know, because we've got all nice people here. I noticed that today. All nice people. Wonderful. Okie doke, so get your ticket out and we'll do that in a minute, my loves. All right, anyone else for a raffle ticket? If I've missed you out, speak now. Let's just do today's birthdays. It's Thursday, the 27th of August, 2020. And today's birthdays are... Come on. I think they're doing something on Facebook. Peter Thompson. Hello, Peter. A young 66 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Peter. Kevin Taylor is today 59 years old. Kev comes to the central station. He's a nice chap, Kevin Taylor. Just sits there quietly on his own, doesn't you, Kev? Happy birthday to you, Kev. Graham L. Hall. Good morning, Graham. Happy birthday to you. And Thomas Oliver Green today is 35 years old. Happy birthday to all of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, kiddos. Big happy birthday to you all on this Thursday morning. All right, gang. Well, just got our little bingo game to play now, haven't we? Didn't miss anyone out, would I? Oh, sorry, Paul and Lou are there. Hang on, Paul and Lou. Paul and Lou are resident losers. 784 for Paul and Lou. Excellent. Paul and Lou. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone there. Gary Ross. We've done Gary Ross. And that's it. Good. Okay, raffle tickets done. Let's play bingo. And as always, gang, the prize for the bingo is another raffle ticket, okay? That's the prize for the bingo as always. Let's see if we can bring up the bingo board. There it is. All right. And as we're playing at a different time this morning, and some people weren't aware that there was even a show today, to be honest, because we had to change the times, then I won't. I'll make sure that no one falls off the system if they win and don't claim today. I think that's quite a fair thing to do. Okay. As always, we're only playing for the Full House gang. You have to mark off all the tickets on your bingo ticket. And as soon as you've done that, type bingo nice and loud, nice and big into the chat box there, or text it through. It's up to you how you do it. All right, my loves. You then have a minute and a half to claim. When I see someone's won, I stop the game. And I will wait 1.5 minutes for you to claim. If you don't claim within that time for any reason whatsoever, a technical issue at your end perhaps, a technical issue at this end, something that's gone wrong with the internet, maybe you're running behind everyone else. Check out the clock there. It's just coming up to 6 minutes past 1. You need to be on the same time as me, okay? If for whatever reason you don't get that claim in and we've moved on to the next number, you've missed it. All right? No, there's no sort of no exclusions on that at all. That's the rules. It has to be like that, unfortunately, because there's so many little things that could possibly go wrong. Okay? Here we go then, boys and girls. Here come today's numbers. 2 fat Chris's, 88. 2 fat morbidly obese Chris's, 88. 6 and 9, 69. 1 and 4, 14. All the 5s, 55. 7 and 2, 72. 2 and 8, 28. 2 and 3, 23. All the 3s, 33. Unlucky for some, 1 and 3, 13. 8 and 5, 85. 3 and 8, 38. 5 and 7, 57. 1 and 5, 15. 2 little ducks, 22. Denise, quack, quack. All on its own, little number 6. 1 click. Blah, blah. 8 and 2, 82. 1 and 8, 18. All on its own, number 9. 60, blind 60. 4 and 1, 41. Morning to Joe Woodruff. Yes, thank you, Rachel. We did at the beginning of the show. I don't think it was just the beginning of the show. More information, just wind back when we finish and you can watch it. Right, Rachel. Thank you for asking. 7 and 1, 71. 7 and 8, 78. Top of the shop, blind 90. 1 and 2, 12. 6 and 8, 68. 4 and 5, 45. 1 and 9, 19. 2 and 5, 25. 7 and 4, 74. 20, blind 20. 3 and 4, 34. 4 and 9, 49. 5 and 8, 58. 1 and 7, 17. 4 and 7, 47. 7 and 5, 75. 7 and 6, 76. All the 7s, 77. 1 and 6, sweet 16. 5 and 3, 53. All the 4s, 44. 3 and 2, 32. 4 and 3, 43. 30, blind 30. All on its own, number 7. 3 and 9, 39. All on its own, number 5. All on its own, number 4. All on its own, Kelly's Eye, number 1. All the sixes, clickety click, 66. 2 and 9, 29. 6 and 3, 63. 2 and 1, 21. 2 and 7, 27. All the ones, legs 11. 2 and 4, 24. 7 and 9, 79. 8 and 9, 89. 8-0, blind 80. 4-0, blind 40. Boris's Den, number 10. All on its own, oh, that poor little lonely duck, number 2. 5 and 9, the Brighton line. Woo woo. 8 and 6, 86. 6 and 2, 62. 8 and 3, 83. 8 and 7, 87. 8 and 4, 84. 6 and 4, 64. 3 and 6, 36. 1 fat morbidly obese Chris, number 8. 4 and 6, 46. 7 and 3, 73. All on its own, number 3. 7-0, blind 70. 5-0, blind 50. Ooh. 4 and 8, 48s. Good morning, Maureen. 6 and 1, 61. And 2 and 6, 26. We've got a winner on 26. Where's my clock? There you go. Are you there? If so, shout bingo. Maureen, let me give you a raffle ticket. Number 785, Maureen. 785, darling, okay? There you are, Maureen. 785 there, love, all right? Thank you, Maureen. Morning to Michael Pullman. Morning, Michael. Sorry, we're unscheduled today, which is... Don't worry about being late, my love. We got a winner there. I'll make sure no one drops off the list today if they don't claim, because we are at an unusual time today. Of course, there was a time when the show wasn't scheduled. It used to just appear at some point between sort of 8:30 and 10 o'clock usually. Now I do try and be here at sort of at the same time. I think it works better giving you the time, doesn't it? At the same time each day there. Put those tickets in there. Hang on a minute, what am I doing here? Yeah, that's right. Too many raffles going on. Has anyone won? We got the winner there. Park Nest has won, has he? What's your name on the bingo ticket, Park Nest? What is your name on the bingo ticket, Park Nest? I don't know if that's his name on there. We'll just wait for a moment, see if he comes back to us there. What's your name on the bingo ticket, Park Nest? Can you tell us? Are you claiming or not, Parknest? I'll give him another half a minute to see if he's claiming or not. You're not playing. Cardinal sin that you get timed out for 5 minutes for shouting bingo when you're not playing the game. Because I don't know who's playing, do I? Disrupting the game for other players. Mandy, I've timed him out now for 5 minutes. There's no second chance on that one, sunshine. Muck around with our bingo game. You've affected everyone else in. Everyone else could be having their lunch now, but because you shouted bingo, everyone's been delayed. We'll carry on looking for another number. We do have a winner there who hasn't actually turned up. I thought it can't be him then. Must be another name there. But I'll make sure they don't fall off the system. Hang on a minute. Why doing that? And that. Okay. Here we go. Still looking for a winner. Next number, 5 and 1, 51. 4 and 2, 42. We have another winner on 42. Hang on a minute. Let's just reset that clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim. Who could it be for a second raffle ticket there? It looked like a bingo to me. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Looks like shouting bingo to me. I can't read your bleeding minds, can I? But don't worry about it. It'll be forgotten tomorrow. We don't hold grudges on this programme. No grudges. Come on, we've got another winner here. That person is here as well. Thank you, Diane. Shouting out bingo there. Thank you, Diane. I've got you, my love. Here come Diane's winning numbers today. 2, 14, 24, 25, 34. Last number 42, 43, 53, 58, 61, 68, 70, 71, 83 and 89. Well done, Diane. Well done, Diane. Let's give you another ticket, sweetheart. 786, Diane. Maureen, I've given you all. 786 for your Diane there. All right, my love. 786 at the top of the pile there. Well done, darling. Good. No, that wasn't a false call, that one. Don't even try shouting bingo or something that looks like it when we're playing a game of bingo. Instant 5-minute ban. But as I say, you know, when we do these little bans, remember it is all a little bit of fun and it amuses everyone else on here as well. So once it's done, it's done. We don't hold grudges, not on this programme, darling. A held grudge is when you get banned for life. Suddenly, you can't see the channel. Doesn't happen. Very, very rare happen. Very, very rare, that does. All right. Well done, Diane. Thank you so much for joining us at a rather late hour today. Back with you tomorrow morning at the usual time, 8:45 on this channel. I'm going to go and have some lunch now. I don't know if I want to have... Oh, thank you, Michael Pullman wants a ticket. Yeah, of course you can. 787, Michael. 787 for you there, Michael Pullman. All right, darling? There you go, my love. 787. I've put the other one in already. Put that down there. They're all here, ready for Monday's draw. Don't worry, my loves. All standing by in there, ready for Monday's draw. Okay, Denise isn't here tomorrow, so we'll see her on Saturday morning. Thank you. Have a lovely day. I don't know what to have for dinner. Should I have sausages? I don't know if I should have roast potatoes or mashed potatoes today, or vegetables or beans. I can't. Oh, do you know what I want? I know what I want. I know what I want. Vegan sausage rolls and baked beans. Yes, please. Ta-da.